Right. Hey, what's going on to you, Pisces? You have the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and you have the Tower card. So, a lot of you Virgos are potatoes. And what I mean by that is that a lot of you Virgos don't necessarily, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords is about how you Virgos don't think of yourselves as being quite handsome or beautiful. Um, and that's probably one of your biggest problems is the fact that you Virgos don't actually think of yourselves as being quite attractive. So the Ace of Swords represents how a lot of you have decided to essentially um, you give up easily when it comes to actually finding someone that you're actually compatible with. And the Tower card now represents you usually find out that people are attracted to you later on down the line when you sit back and you think about it, or you have run-ins with them and they tell you that they're interested in you, right? Um, so one thing that you Virgos have to essentially learn to fix is the self-image. Like, I understand that we want to be hidden and humble and all that other type of stuff, but we really do have to get up in here and figure out, how do we perceive ourselves? Why is it that us as Virgos don't perceive ourselves as more appealing to other people, right? The Chariot and the Empress is about, because we've probably been told that many a times that we aren't attractive. So we have to now go within our own selves internally and really heal ourselves, or undo all of that unnecessary damage of us thinking that we are ugly, we are hideous, not just physically, but internally. We are awful. We have to actually fix that. And the thing about it is that the Chariot and the Empress represents, that's part of the reason why we have so much opposition externally on the outside of us, is because of that fact that, we can tend to think of ourselves as being physically unattractive, or not handsome, or not pretty enough. And so because of that, we can project that sometimes onto other people. But what the cards are saying is that we're a lot more attractive than what we perceive ourselves to be, right? Um, a lot of people are attracted to us. It's just a matter of us now learning how to use that to our advantage. Not to take advantage of other people, but to use it to where we can actually, ethically, of course, get the things that we want to actually get. So now, the Moon and the Hermit, the Moon and the Hermit is about how, and to stop hiding from, popping out and show, and for us to basically stop hiding from revealing to people that we are valuable. Because the Moon and the Hermit represents how us as Virgos will be the type of people to think that we are the ones, us as Virgos will be the ones to think that we are not necessarily very attractive, like I was talking about. And because of this, the Moon and the Hermit, which is Virgo, the Hermit is Virgo, we will be out here and actually in a situation where we will vanish. We will think that they don't like us. We will, be by ourselves. We will be loners. We'll hang out by ourselves. When a lot of the times people are very attracted to us, but we think that they're not, And then the confusion of, people trying to take advantage of us don't necessarily make things any easier to decipher what's going on. So the Ace of Wands now represents, but we are learning how valuable we actually are. And for Virgos that don't know how valuable we are, if Virgo didn't exist, there would be no zodiac sign. No, there would be no zodiac signs, None of them. Because Virgo represents the final product of what a person, I ain't gonna say a final product, but Virgo represents the results of what it looks like when someone is actually taking care of themselves. So if there would be no such thing as Virgo, there would be no such thing as improvement, period, right? There would be no evolution or greater improvements over time, because that's what Virgo rules, improvement. So taking one thing and then improving on it as time go on. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles now is about how, so since, you know, that's the case of it, forget about all the people that don't want to be with us. You know, if those people do not want to be with us, they want to give us a hard time, they want to tell us about everything that they're not going to do, we don't have to be with them. You know, go with people that will want to be with us, that does want to be with us, that isn't going to give us so much of a hard time, that actually, you know, makes things a little bit more easy on us. You know, especially if you Virgos bring value to the table, the last thing that you want to deal with is a hard-headed individual that just wants that is around you, but then they are dichotomous. You know, they're hanging around you, but then they want to give you a hard time. So it's like, what are they hanging around you for? So let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups represent, we Virgos have been learned wrong. We have been learning the wrong things. We have been taught wrong. Because people told us historically, right, a lot of the times, before they even give us a compliment, they'll tell us that us as Virgos are unattractive. And that, you know, because we're physically unattractive, we don't even, according to them, they made it seem like we don't even deserve to live because we're physically unattractive, right? We're not appealing. We're not physically appealing, right? Like, we're not generally aesthetically pleasing, right, to most people, right? We're not trendy. Our look, our aesthetic, they don't like our aesthetics. So because they don't like our aesthetics, they've taught us, and what I mean when I say they, I'm talking about the people that we've interacted with, the people that we were interested in. Those people made it seem like we weren't even worth living because we're not appealing to them, right? So the Page of Cups now represents, now when we actually go after other people, we don't see ourselves as being attractive, even though we're very attractive to other people, right? That's the trickery and the lie, right, in certain cases, that we have thought of ourselves and we have been taught. So now the Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles is that, and then when we get to that point, us as Virgos, now we start to look down on ourselves. So the situation that we're having is the Four of Pentacles. We have got to get back to looking at ourselves like physically attractive as well as inwardly attractive. A lot of us Virgos are inwardly attractive and all of that, but we also have to start looking at ourselves like we're physically attractive too, you know? So then that will raise up our confidence. And once our confidence raises, right, not arrogance, but confidence, now we'll be able to achieve even more. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.